Welcome in, Birdie. Welcome in, Diana. Hey, Mary. Hey, New Wing. Hey, Kathleen. What's up, 𝗧𝗏𝗧𝗟𝗘𝗕𝗥𝗢𝗧? What's up, Mary? What's up, Melinda? Nikki? Hey, 𝗟𝗑𝗧𝗏𝗧𝗏. Hey, Keeper of Keys. Hey, Marie. What's up, Christy? Today, we're using Tarot Dragons. I've been feeling a humongous connection to multiple different colors of dragons in the past week. Not even, you know what? Not even the past week. Honestly, I'd say the past like 3 or 4 days specifically. Something about a lot of signs with dragons, and specifically red dragons and blue dragons, like that. Welcome in, Marie. Thank you for liking the live. Our YouTube late night stream, for me at least. Depending on where you are in the world, it could be your morning stream, it could be your afternoon stream. Where's everybody at in the world? I always like hearing and knowing where everybody's from and how we all connect in one place. You have a dragon incense holder? That's what's up. Where did you get it? You're Indiana, you're Connecticut, Eastern Oregon, Utah. Hey, did you hear about my Utah trip next year? My voice is very quiet tonight. Is that better? Does it sound better now? Hey, from Arizona, Erica, what's up? What's up, Melinda? That's better? Okay, cool. Good. Thank you for letting me know. Yeah, next year, the last week of June 2026 into the first week of July, I'm actually hosting an adventure, a camping adventure in the Utah Rocky Mountains. If you're interested in joining, go ahead and after the live, go to my profile on YouTube, and linked in my bio is the Utah trip. You'll see it. It lists itself, and then all the details are there. And since you're already in Utah, you wouldn't need to buy a ticket, or you wouldn't need to buy a plane ticket. And currently, I have $200 off for the next, like, 5 people who go ahead and book. It's $200 actually off of the trip. What's up, Malver? Good to see you. It'll be my first time in Utah. Huh. Let's go ahead and put that there. Let's do that. Good job. Okay. How you guys doing? You've never hiked before? You've been there 10 years? That's what's up. Well, maybe. You should. Maybe this is a sign for you to go ahead, and since you're in Utah already, try to go on like maybe some hikes or adventures. See if it is something that's calling to you. They have a cool They have a cool underground hot spring there in Utah. That's what's up. Okay, guys, so here's the breakdown on how you can get a live reading with yours truly on YouTube. So the first option, I'm going to do a section of time where I'm only giving free readings. It's going to be for about 25-30 minutes, okay? So for the first 25-30 minutes of this stream, I'm only going to be giving free readings. And the way you make yourself eligible for those are you need to put your name, you need to put your zodiac, and you need to put a yes/no question. All right? Put that all in the same comment. and they are randomized. It's not guaranteed. It's just during that 30-minute cluster of time, I'm picking nothing but free people to get readings. After that time frame, I go into the super chatters. So if you want no shadow of a doubt, your answer is going to be given on this live stream. You're going to have to super chat. Super chatting is a feature YouTube has for where you can send a certain amount of money you like to send to a creator. So I've utilized this feature for an energy exchange. It starts at $1 and up, depending on what you would like to send. That's what's guaranteed. But $1 and up, you're guaranteed a reading. And the lastly, but definitely not leastly, my members. People who are members of my YouTube channel, they receive prioritized readings. They can ask more than one question every live stream. And they also receive extra monthly content off of live, extra monthly videos, posts, etc. If you would like to join my membership team, you should see a join button around wherever my username is for you. That could be also if you're on a phone right now, you may have to click into the bottom and you'll see like a join or a subscriber plus button pull up. Alrighty, and also last live stream I left off with 5 super chatters, so we're going to start with them and then we're going to go into those free people. Let me go ahead and lower the music just a little bit. Alright, that sounds good to me. All right, so last live stream, we left off with 𝗧97XD, and she wanted a love general reading. She wants a love general reading. What should we have for you today? What do you need to know more than anything else as we speak? I'm being told Spirit's telling you you're right on task. You've released a lot of fear. So in love, you're used to people who wouldn't meet you halfway. You're used to, honestly, like it almost feels like an energy of sacrificing. There's so many times you have put your own well-being on the line for another person to have safety. And something that feels it's resonating is maybe even there's been times where like in the past you had rent or an electric bill or something due. And instead of using the money you had for your own necessities, you would give it to somebody else with the promise of it coming back. But subconsciously, you knowing, no, this person's using me, it's not going to come back. But you would still go ahead and put them before yourself. You thought you were being selfless. But the matter of the fact is, you were actually enabling somebody to be able to take advantage of you. Okay, if somebody wants to take advantage of us, that's literally their mind. You cannot change that, but you can change if they actually are successful with it. You realize your pattern now. See, you've gone from recognizing it and still doing nothing to change it to now you recognize it and you don't even give an excuse, you don't give an answer, you retreat, you allow yourself to pull back. Because of this realization, I see that you are attracting in a true healthy partner. Okay, and the next upcoming, I'm hearing in the next upcoming 3 months, you're going to be entering a new union. Let Spirit bring it to you. Alrighty. Number 2 is Roxanne. Roxanne, this was a love of attraction reading for you. All right, so there's something in love that you're feeling pretty confused about right now. But you also feel privileged. Interesting. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. You have so from what I'm seeing, you are somebody that is probably falls under, go with me here, right? This is important. You're probably somebody that falls under like a Caucasian territory, like who you are. You're probably white or etc. And I hear that you're somebody who is like wanting to use their privilege for the right reasons. Like standing up for like activism, standing up for the minority, standing up for the individuals that need us more than ever. Okay, what I'm hearing and what I'm sounding is an alarm. I'm hearing you're like scared. You can be scared to use your voice, your position, because it's just the realistic fear of something bad happening to you, like the parasite, like the patriarchy has put into you. But the reality thing is, that's what's actually scared. Our voice is the most important thing. Our voice and our money, where you're putting your money, aka businesses, companies, what you're spending on, and allowing yourself to either just say, oh, it's not bothering me, it's not in my personal life, so I'm just going to let it be. Deciding, no, I see life is randomized with what body that you're put into, the soul, the human beings. It doesn't fucking matter. Doesn't matter gender, doesn't matter race, doesn't matter privilege. It's who you choose to be. There are plenty of privileged people in this world who choose to be amazing individuals. And an example I'd like to give is Billie Eilish. Billie Eilish is white, and she's been privileged. And she just gave like 11 million with an M dollars for food help. And so that's somebody who's using their privilege for the right reasons. This is something that is part of your destiny. Do not feel scared to speak your voice, to speak your vision. Okay? Because listen guys, whatever everybody who would say, I would do something during the civil rights fight. Anybody that would say I would have done something during the Holocaust and all that stuff, and that's not even a word I don't know if I should be saying, but just let's say that time, and from here on out, you guys understand, put it together. Whatever people said that they're like, oh, I wonder what somebody would be doing during that time, they're doing it right now. So your voice, your vision, your acceptance to know that speaking your truth will also align to losing some people in your life that you really don't need to begin with if they're falling in certain categories. That is doing the real work. That is doing God's work. That is doing Jesus's work. However it resonates for you on spirituality levels, that's true love. Do not succumb. The more you speak, the more power we're giving to us as a collective. Alrighty. And then, Roxanne, we're also giving you, and then you went ahead and also requested a complete love reading. So we're going to go ahead and give that now as your other one. All right, Roxanne. What do you need to know more than anything else as we speak? What do you need to know more than anything else as we speak? All right, so there is one lover on your mind that you're wondering what you should do. Are they coming back in? What's going on with the spirit is showing me this person's not going to meet you halfway. There's going to be a time frame where you're feeling like you're going forward by yourself, but there's new love you're attracting in. Okay, the person that's meant for you, they're going to be somebody who's resilient. They're going to be somebody where when you meet them, I'm not saying that it's like these crazy fireworks, okay? But there's this essence of fireworks mixed with calmity. When you meet a divine, it's not just fireworks. There's something of an inner knowing and a comfort. There really is a comfort. And people that are more karmics and etc., it's just excitement. It's just lust. It's just temptation. But it really, in those moments, disguises itself as fate or destiny, right? I see that you are being told not to take momentary gains or satisfaction over a person that's going to play absolutely new games with you. There could be an energy of somebody trying to come back in. And it's definitely somebody hasn't met you halfway at all. Somebody that definitely has put your love on the last level of importance in their life, and you've let them come in before. See, they're going to try to come in before the end of the year. And this is a test. Spirit's telling you, don't go back to what doesn't serve. Okay? I do see new love in 2026 for you, a complete new person. But you do have a test before the end of this year. This person's coming back in. You have the choice with your freedom of will from there, my friend, but I believe in you. All right, and then our last person from last stream, before we go into the free people, was 𝗨𝗓𝗪𝗘. And you requested a general reading. Okay. General reading for you, my friend. What do you need to know more than anything else as we speak? Alrighty. Also, guys, if you are wanting your question to be 100% answered, the only way you're going to be able to do that is by super chatting. If you look at the bottom of your screen, there's a little icon with a dollar symbol. And if you pull that up, it gives you the ability to super chat. So if you go into the description of this live, I've made a chart, a grid that shows you the breakdown of what I will promise for whatever energy exchange you're choosing to give. It does start at $1 and goes up depending on what you would like to send. Okay? But Gold Potato, what I see right now is you've gone through a tower moment in love. You see, you've really been able to pick yourself back up. You're understanding that you can be sad. Well, let's put it this way. You understand how to operate now with having moments of being sad, but not letting it turn you into despair, taking away your ability to work or do whatever you have to do throughout that day. You know, there's a level of energy that's been taken off of your shoulders. All right. You're kind of wondering what's the next step forward regarding love. It feels like you've really just decided to stick your ground and not go back to somebody it's just the process, the time is done. Any other communication between you two would be unnecessary for growth. It would just be a cycle repeat. So now you're kind of wondering, you're wanting reassurance on what way to go forward. Like your anxiety is the only thing that's going to make you want to go backwards. You made the right decisions. There's a new love that's manifesting for you in 2026 as well. So allow these, 2 months? 2 months, that's it, left of 2025. Be about yourself. Be about setting these new healthy boundaries, getting a new healthy schedule and habits being your most important thing. The ball will come back in your court in 2026 regarding love. Alrighty. That's it for the last people we left off with. All right, so we're actually going to do, I need this to be a shorter live today. I just wanted to make sure I got on here. I'm going to be getting much more on YouTube lives, but normally they're like 2 hours. For a way for me to actually be able to make sure I could get on here more than like once or 2 times a week. Sometimes they're just going to be very short. Sometimes they're going to be 45 minutes. Because sometimes I just don't have the ability to do a 2-hour stream on top of everything else I do during the day. But I really, really want to make it an important thing to get on here at least like 4 days a week. So there's a good chance that 2 of those days will be 2 hours, 2 of those days will be 45 minutes. But at least I'm getting on. And so today's going to be one of those days. So if you are wanting your answer 1000% guaranteed, I do recommend you go ahead and super chat. I'm going to go ahead and do 15 minutes of free people. Okay. On the shorter streams, it's going to be 15-minute intervals. On the longer streams, it is 30-minute intervals. So today's live free readings, we're going to do the next 15 minutes. Let's see, what time is it currently? Let's see. So that would be 47. Yeah, I'll just do it to that. All right. I'll round it up to 11:50. 11:50 p.m. Eastern Time is... Wait, no. 10:50. That's what I meant to say. Not 11. Switch that. All right. 10:50 p.m. Eastern Time is going to be where I cut off free readings. It's currently 10:33 p.m. Eastern Time. And that means last call also for live tarot readings to be put on the super chatter list and guaranteed to answer this live stream is going to be at 10:50. If you want to get on that list, you got about a little bit of 15 minutes to get on the list. Okay. I'll try to make my next live stream. We'll see if I can, depending on my busyness, but I'm going to try to make the next live stream longer. But needless to say, we'll be here for 45 minutes. Alrighty. Let's see. You guys are good to go ahead and now do your free readings. Remember, yes, no question, zodiac and your name on the same comment. Rachel, thank you for being here and being a member. You're a Virgo, and you're wanting to know, is your book going to be successful? Is your book going to be successful? Is your book going to be successful? Ha! Yes, absolutely. You're the only one that would get in the way of that. You have to remember, if you aren't excited about your art, nobody else will be. If you don't self-promote, nobody's going to promote for you. Look, and I just love, what made me laugh is we got Pages of Pentacles, and just the pages thing, and the fact that you're writing a book, etc. And Pages of Pentacles means a start, like an idea, etc. that you've made that's very lucrative, has a humongous fruition for you, and you're right in the beginnings of it. And this is the time, more than anything, you're supposed to not give up. This is going to be more than successful, okay? Your mind, there's a story, there's a vision that you have to give the world that nobody else does. It's point blank fucking simple. It's facts. We all do. And you found yours. You found what you have to give the world that nobody else does. Yes, this is going to be successful. Okay. Next. Let's see. All right, Niwan, you're a Libra. And you'd like to know if you and Dimple, who is a Sagittarius, will have a story together. Well, you and Dimple, who is a Sagittarius, have a story together. You guys have a story together. You already have something that's coming together. Look, right now, do not fall into this mindset of a victim mentality. Go with me here. You've been through a lot. I'm not saying you're saying you're too sorry for yourself. We can either let what happened to us make us a victim or make us a survivor. We have a choice. We have a choice. There is a time frame in life where we are the victim, but then as we grow, as we become older, we choose if we're going to allow our identity to stay in that everything bad just happens. And there's no reason for this. Or, you know what? No, motherfucker, I'm going to make this happen for a reason. I'm reclaiming. I'm making this happen for a reason. And you see, you are in that part of life right now where you need that resilience for yourself more than giving it. You can't give it to somebody else right now. You and Dimple, I do see a second chance. I do see redemption. I do see rising from the ashes. There's more to this connection, but right now, you guys are in separation for further growth. Alrighty. Remember, guys, if you want your question 100% guaranteed, no shadow of a doubt, you're going to need the super chat. And the way you can super chat is at the bottom left, or at the wherever your chat box is, you should see a money symbol, like a little dollar. It's going to pull up the ability to super chat. Super chatting starts at $1, goes up. Check the description of this bio for the chart I created to tell you the exchange rate for whatever you are wanting in a reading. All right. Nikki, thank you for being a member. Also remember, guys, members are prioritized. So if you become a member, your name highlights green for me, and then you get a little Viking helmet, or like a Spartan helmet next to your name. And whenever I look up at my screen, if I see that anywhere on the screen, that's the person that gets the reading. That's what I mean by prioritized. I simply always look up, and whoever my eyes align to, that's the person that gets a free reading. But if I look up and I see that green username anywhere, that's actually who gets the reading. So to make yourself prioritized, to make yourself like literally 80% get a better chance of getting your reading, go ahead and become a member. Alrighty. Nikki, you're a Gemini. Will Bradley have the courage to take you on a date? Will Bradley have the courage to take you on a date? Okay, yes, he will. Presently, it's going to take time. Just because right now at this moment, he is falling into this mindset of like, I don't think this is going to work. Today's not the day. Maybe tomorrow will be the day. There is a form of like pushing off. But I don't see it's coming from a place where he doesn't like you, or this is like spirit showing you red flags. No. It's a courage thing. It's a self-confidence thing. He's not very confident right now. But I see in the future, I see this coming together. I see somebody that wants to meet you halfway and come to an understanding. So, yeah, This person's going to ask you on a date. It's just going to take a little more time. Let Spirit, remember, Spirit's the one who's in charge of the timeline. And we just have to be patient for the things that we don't have control of, how fast or slow it comes in, you know? Alrighty. Remember, guys, if you're wanting a guaranteed reading, you're going to need to make sure you super chat. And I am only going to be accepting for about 10 more minutes super chatters. Anybody who Snapchats, anybody who super chats after the next 10 minutes is going to be guaranteed answered on my next live stream. But this last 10 minutes, if you want to get on the super chatter list, if you want 100% your question answered, go ahead and super chat. All right. Let's see. 𝗧𝗔𝗥𝗢𝗧, you're a Gemini. Your person's a Libra. You're in no contact. Okay, you didn't ask a yes/no question, friend, so I'm going to have to continue to go. Erica, you're a Cancer. Will you explore the outside of Arizona? Are you going to explore the outside of Arizona? Okay, let's go out. Investing into the future. Definitely. Yeah, so I do see that this is something where if you want it to happen, excuse me, a little bit of a burp. If you're wanting this to happen, you're going to need to start saving now. Even if you're already, like, what I'm hearing is you've accepted the timeline this is going to happen, right? You're not really, what I'm hearing is you're okay if it takes a little bit later. Maybe it's not happening at the first time, like the first time frame you wanted to go to this, but you have claimed the timeline that this is happening, and now there's going to be a lot of active steps. There could be some like sacrifices, and what about sacrifices these next couple of months is maybe you won't be able to spend as much money going out that you like, or maybe there's going to be an energy of even allowing yourself not to be so open with giving people money. You're somebody I can see where you're a really good friend. And unfortunately, some people take advantage of your kindness. If you're wanting this to happen, you're going to have to set healthy boundaries for yourself. I do see you're going to explore the outside of Arizona, but to do this safely and fun and prepared, you're going to need more financial investment into it. And there has to be a change of pattern. Okay? Alrighty. If you guys would like your question 100% answered, no shadow of a doubt on this live stream, go ahead and super chat. Super chatting is a feature where next to your chat box, you'll see a $ sign. You can basically go ahead and send whatever amount of money that you choose, and I'm going to meet an energy exchange for your reading. The chart to see my energy exchange I've created is in the bio of this live. Pull it up and you'll see it. Super chatting does start from $1 and goes all the way up from there. Alrighty. Alrighty, let's see. Marie, you're a Leo. Did you scare Russell off after the message relay from his grandma about her house from a dream you had? Did you scare him off from giving him that information? Did you scare him off by giving him that information? Or you scare him off? I will say that it's not that. So look, it's not like you did anything wrong. You're being yourself. It was too intense for him, but that doesn't mean that what you did was wrong. You need to be with somebody who you feel safe to express your dreams, your thoughts, and everything to. If something this fragile made him rip out books of your pages together, this isn't the person for you. I see spirit showing to see the bigger picture from this. You can have a spiritual connection, you can have an attraction to somebody, but these things are not to be shoved under the rug because of the spiritual connection. Some people are brought to us to make us see that you can have a spiritual connection, but if the human's not willing to do the work, it's not something that you can continue forward with. Look, I do see that there's an unfinished story. This person's going to come back, but don't chase them. Don't chase them. All right, you got about 5 minutes. This is last call. If you like 100% your answer to be given on this live stream, go ahead and super chat. Super chatting is a feature that next to your chat button, you're going to see a $sign, etc. You can pull up. Whatever you choose to send as an energy exchange, I will promise a certain amount of energy and cards put into your reading. The way you see that energy chart is the description of this live. It does start from $1 and goes up from there. Alrighty, 5 more minutes. Last call. Let's see. All right, Levi, you're a Virgo. Will your guy reach out soon? Is your guy going to reach out soon? Is your guy going to reach out soon? So Spirit's showing me this dude's a cycle repeat. You may not want to hear this, but the guy that you're registering as your guy, this does not feel like a good connection. I'm here for you. I'm not here to tell you what you want to hear. I do hear he's going to reach out soon because you guys do this all the time. This is a cycle repeat. You have a choice. You have a choice if you're going to accept again to have to go through this lesson or see that this is enough times and you have to go forward. It's going to be hard because I hear the only way that this separates is from like literally no communication. Any form of communication opens a door. With the karmic connection I see between you two. Spirit's letting me know to let you know that yes, he is coming in, but they're not that just because he's coming in doesn't mean they're recommending you guys be together. This is more about closure or a lesson. The choice is yours. Alrighty. Remember, guys, last call for super chatters. If you would like your answer, no shadow of a doubt, given on this live stream, you got about like 3 more minutes to get yourself on the super chatter list. Let's see. Hey Annie, thank you for gifting. Anybody that got a free or anybody that got a membership gifted to them, it was from Annie, and say thank you to her. Right. Christy, you're a Taurus. You would like to know, will you meet your person soon? Are you going to meet your person soon? Are you going to meet your person soon? You know, I do see that you have gone ahead and set some pretty healthy boundaries for yourself. You're not crazy, like overgiving anymore. I'm hearing that you would give, because it's just kind of out of your heart, but then you would feel almost Spirit tell you to stop giving. This is not helping you. This is actually causing people to not respect you. No matter if it's subconscious or not. If you give, and you don't show people that you respect yourself, they're not going to respect you. What I'm seeing right now is you're attracting a partner that has gone through these lessons as well. Somebody that is willing to meet you halfway. Somebody that wants to make everything happen for a reason. Somebody that doesn't lead from a cold nature. I see in 2026, right, you have a little bit, you know, these next 2 months, you really need, there's a lot of self-work. There's a lot of self-realization. I do see you're going to have some tests with certain karmics that try to come back in. Remember, life's not black and white. Some does seem like there would be some closure, but none of them seem like something Spirit's telling you to go back to. I see new love transferring in 2026. Alrighty, 2 more minutes. Last call. Last call, super chatters. If you want your answer, no shadow of a doubt, answered in this live stream, you got 2 minutes to put yourself on the super chatter list. And if you're here for the free readings, you need to make sure you're putting a yes/no question with your zodiac and name. Let's scroll up some. All right, let's see. Blue Taurus. Blue, you're a Taurus. You would like to know, are you on the right track? Are you on the right track? Let's see what Spirit says. Spirit says you need to get a little bit out of your comfort zone. It's not that you're not on the right track. You are, but there's a level of fear that's still clouding your timeline, I see. You're not who you used to be. I see that you're somebody that didn't know your limits, didn't know when to say no, didn't know to say it's time to go. But you have accepted that person. You're not ashamed of them. You've done the inner work, and you have to trust yourself. There's something about you need to get out of your comfort zone. You need to be allowed yourself to experience like new parts of the world, or this means new places around you. It just shows that you are on the right track, but the level of opportunity that you're wanting to be brought into your life cannot excel if you don't get out of your comfort zone, okay? All right, so that right now is cutting off the guaranteed super chatters for tonight's stream, okay? I'm going to go ahead and list everybody that super chatted at this moment. And after, you are more than welcome to still super chat, but you will be guaranteed the first people answered on my next live stream. Okay, let's go ahead and switch over to the super chatters. Again, guys, this is a short live stream. Normally, I like my live streams to be about 2 hours. Now, I want to be able to get on here more with you guys. So I'm going to start doing a mix of long and short ones. Sometimes they're going to be 2 hours. Sometimes they're only going to be about 45 minutes. That way, though, at least I'm getting on. I want to be on more than once or twice a week for you guys. I want to be on as a minimum of like 4 times a week. So 2 of those could be 2 hours. 2 of those could be 45 minutes. But I'll always let you guys know in the beginning if I'm planning on being a short or long stream, okay? All right, so let's see who put themselves on the super chatter list for today. All right, Divinity, you're number 1. Got you. Number 2 is Gaia. Got you. All right, number 3. That's Ruby. You renewed your membership for 5 months. Thank you. Awesome. Appreciate you. We'll give you that LOA, that law of attraction pull. All right. And then Lillian. I got you, homie. You're number 4. All right. Our number 5 is Chickity. Got you. All right. Our number 6. That's Annie with those subscriptions or those memberships. Give you that law of attraction pulls and thank you. All right. Danielle, you're number 7. All right. Bianca, you're number 8. Caden, you're number 9. Right. Number 10, excuse me. Number 10 is the Inspired. Cool. And your name is 𝗨𝗏𝗧. All right. All right, so those are our guaranteed super chatters. Anybody after this point who super chats will be the first answered on my next live stream, okay? All right. Number 1, Divinity. You would like a general pull. Let's do it. What do you need to know more than anything else as we speak? What do you need to know more than anything else as we speak? Well, I'm hearing you've put an end to your impulses on certain... Okay. So I see that you are a person that maybe the level of responsibility was you would maybe put more pleasure or play in front of your priorities for a little bit. But I see this comes from a place of somebody who always was working too hard until the point where you burn out. You're seeing now the balance of what you have to allow yourself to do to relax, but not become entrapped in it. Spirit's wanting you to know that you have rid a timeline where you can't trust your feminine nature. The meaning there was a time where you just wanted so much nurture, you wanted so much affection that you weren't getting in other places in your life, that you put yourself into some pretty sticky situations, I'm hearing. But that's not how it is in love for you anymore. Spirit's encouraging you to know it's time for you to enact and let new love into your life. 2026 seems like a very clear year in love for you. All right, number 2. All right, Gaia, thank you for sending a super chat. What you sent is the equivalent of a general pull. I see you did ask a question. Questions are only $10 and up. Anything underneath $10 as a super chat is a general pull. So I'm going to give you a love general pull, okay? Let's see. So Spirit's wanting you to know regarding your love life, there could be a bit of you overspending on somebody. This could be financially, energetically, or both. There's somebody where you're wondering if your investment's coming back. And Spirit says if you put their actions truly together, even paired with the spiritual connection, they've shown you plenty of times they're not going to change. And they only want to know you're still an option. Now, Spirit's saying there is kind of like an unfinished lesson. So there seems to be closure between you two. If you're wanting to know if this person is just slow and steady winning the race and things are going to pick up, I don't see somebody that's going to be in the mindset of giving you what you're wanting in love anytime soon. And you shouldn't, to be with this person, they would have to actually, to get what you want out of them, no matter if you realize this or not, you would actually have to change who they are. And you're seeing the highest version of them, and that's beautiful, but that's not realistic to who they actually are. The best thing you can do in these types of situations is know you met each other for a reason, but you proceed forward. It's just not, everything's not clicking. And that's okay. Alrighty, number 3, that is Ruby. And this is your law of attraction pull. We're going to let you know what's going on regarding your law of attraction today, okay? What's going on in Ruby's law of attraction today? All right, so you're not allowing yourself to be a people pleaser anymore. You're not keeping your energy and knowing how much to give and how much to not give as you being selfish. There's a lot of imposter syndrome that you were holding, and you felt like you were just supposed to be of service to this world. I see you're fighting through a lot of outside deceit. But I'm hearing the people that in your inner circle, you're registering correctly. There are family members or individuals you've had to separate from, and you could even, I'm feeling that maybe your family has done some things recently where you weren't invited to, like your blood family. And even though you're like, you know what, I kind of went and gone anyways, but the fact that I wasn't invited really hurts, because it's like they didn't even care to give you the option. This is a blessing in disguise. It's unfortunate, but sometimes our blood is not our family. There are certain found family members for you that aren't blood, that Spirit is showing are truly aligned. And this, when I'm hearing this holiday season, make sure you're putting yourself around people that actually truly your soul feels comfort and resonates with. You don't need to be spending holidays with people just because they're blood. Your law of attraction and love does show it's not bad, but if you want it to increase, surround yourself with people that truly love you for who you are, no matter if they're blood or not. All right, number 4 is Lillian. Let's give you that general love reading, okay? What do you need to know more? Anything else we speak regarding your love life? So I'm seeing that you're wondering about a certain masculine, if there's an energy where he's coming in. I do see this as a stoic energy person. I do see they're falling to outside deceit. There's a masculine where they're not, I don't say this lightly, they do not have a safe energy to them. I'm not jumping to conclusions and saying this person is violent or something like that, But I can tell you there's a frequency within them where something's missing. There's a level of compassion. There's a level of empathy and care for how their actions affects others that's missing from this person. Spirit's wanting you to protect yourself. This is not your knight in shining armor. This is not your divine. There's a connection that Spirit says if there's a divine intervention with, let it go. Okay? All right. All right, number 5, Chickity. Let's see. Let's scroll. Chickity, we'll give you that law of attraction pull. What's going on regarding your life as we speak? Is there anything you could be doing to mess with the frequency? Are you enthralling it? Promoting it? Searching for love from someone that doesn't want to give it to you. All right, so you are infatuated by a person who's a really good person. There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it. They're not a player. Here's the thing though. They aren't willing or in the spot to give you what they know you're deserving of. This is not one of those situations where this person has ghosted you because they don't give a fuck about you. If anything, it's actually, no matter how much it hurts, it's kind of opposite. They know they're not good to be in a relationship with right now. They know that their heart is broken and they can't trust themselves to wake up every day and know that they can choose you. Spirit wants you to know that there is going to be a love that finds its way back to you. But there's a divine intervention for further growth right now. Spirit's not telling you to hold your life off for them, but I do see that there's more to this connection. Just don't fight the fact that you're supposed to be in separation, okay? Just be patient and follow Spirit's guidance on this process. All right. NA! Let's get you that law of attraction pull. What are you needing to know more than anything else as we speak regarding your law of attraction? Well, wow. You're clear as day with what needs to be destroyed from your life. And you've broken a thread. You have a whole other timeline that you've entered into. There's a different level of spark of inspiration. Annie, you're part of my flame collective if you've heard me talking about that at all. Every 3 months I get downloads about what's going to happen in the next 3 months to certain people in my collectives. And I've gone through on Halloween, I've received my next 3-month collective, and one of them I'm calling is the Fire Collective, where there's just a different level of inspiration, pre-workout effect, that's going to be there when you wake up. And this next 3 months, you need to utilize that. There's a lot of new opportunities in both love, but even in more. And you're going to be feeling very connected to your spiritual abilities. If there's been parts of you felt like you lost or were dampened, this is a time where it's going to be very easy to connect with them. And I'm not saying after these next 3 months it goes away. There's just that level of consistency that will come. Because remember, consistency, it's here the entire time. Motivation comes, it goes. But consistency keeps you going. So it's just a realistic change of cycles. All right? Fucking dope. Alrighty, number 7. That was Danielle. Danielle, you have a specific question. An old flame has come back to rectify what he did. You're guarded. Is he manipulating? Is it possible to rectify the situation? Or should you let it go? Leo with a gold heart. Alright, what's going on with him? Why did he come back in? Is this something that they can repair? He came in because he realized he doesn't have to choose between real world and fantasy. No matter how much I would love to tell you, because I can see how much you both care about each other, that this would be healthy, it doesn't show right now it would be healthy. The reason that they came back in is because something within them felt like they had to be really guarded with you. Maybe it was a projection. A lot of internally what they felt like they had to be for you, or what you thought of them, but never really gave you the benefit of the doubt to express, to show. And part of them Part of them just really decided they were supposed to let go of you, but in recent days, they're confused as well. They're like, did I make the right choices? I see that there's clarity coming to this connection. There's more. It's an unfinished story, but you need time apart. Don't answer him right away. He's not manipulating. He needs to reflect more. He needs to reflect more. You're going to know when it's the right time to respond. There's more to the story. Life's not black and white. Just because he came in now doesn't mean you say yes. And just because he came in now and they're saying that you don't say yes doesn't mean they're telling you to keep him out forever. There's some simple lessons, and take some time, think. Take the time you need to respond. But it's not manipulation. I just see this person's really like, did I make the right decisions? So give some time for reflection for both of you. All right, number 8, Bianca. Let's see, Bianca. Let's give you that general pull. What do you need to know more than anything else as we speak? Well, I'm hearing you need to... There's a lot of self-love improvement. Like, you talk low to yourself in the mirror, and you can't be doing that. You're kind of wondering why you feel like you're attracting always the same type of people in love, people that you give your heart to, and as soon as they realize they have it, there's this sense of them becoming everything you said you didn't want. Telling them exactly what you didn't want in love, and then promising you not to do it, and then it happens, like cheating or being unfaithful, and even more than cheating, just like lying about what they are, etc. Here's the thing. You will attract in what you believe you're deserving of. Go with me here. I'm not saying that you're telling yourself you're only attracting in guys at this level, but your internal self-talk, your unconscious motives, and the way your unconscious decisions on how you talk to yourself, it affects the law of attraction and what you pull in. Spirit wants you to know you're more than deserving of a person that's going to come to the battlefield for you, the protector, the provider. But you can't be looking for love in the same places you did where it didn't work. Spirit's letting you know right now, I do see 2026 being a prosperous year in love, and right now you need to be reflecting and filling inwards to yourself, okay? All right, number 9, Caden. Alrighty, you're wanting to know Alicia's feelings for you. What's going to happen to you two? What's Alicia's feelings for Caden? You're number 9. Caden, what are Alicia's feelings for you? She feels very hesitant. She's got her guard up, that's for sure. But she also feels like, I don't want to not take the leap of faith. They've gone back and forth in their head with, have I thought you were, who I thought you were, is that who you actually are, or were you pretending to be somebody or not? The thing about you, Caden, is what I see from you, you have two sides, but that doesn't mean Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. It means just as loving and passionate and caring, and protective that part of you is, for other people, you do it for yourself too. You're that protective over your own inner child, inner teenager. And once people have blown a certain amount of fire where they shouldn't in your life, you put some crazy walls up. And I can see why. But, there's been some things where you may not even realized it. I see both of you have had a lot of misunderstanding. There's been times you put walls up when it wasn't necessary. And there's times she's put walls up when it wasn't necessary. I do see Spirit showing that you guys need more time. You guys need more time apart. You trying to push isn't going to do anything. If you've already sent a message, if you've already left the ball in her court, trust. You made the right decision. But going further, the ball's in her court. And if she's going to be willing to do the leap of faith, if she's going to actually be somebody where you guys can move forward from this, she has to meet you halfway. And you doing anything else would be considered chasing until the ball's back in your court, okay? All right, and number 10. Number 10, that was the Inspiraled. All right. I see you asked a specific question, my friend. I do appreciate you sending the super chat. What you sent, though, is the equivalent of a general pull. Anything anything under $10 is a general pull, and everything above $10, you can ask a specific question if you want to. What I'll do is a love reading for you, because I see that's what your question was about. Okay. All right. So what is Spirit needing you to know regarding your love life? You're afraid of taking a leap of faith in love. You've worked really hard to have what you have, and so you're not sure if would it be the wrong decision to abandon? Would it make everything bad? Would it make everything not for a reason? Well, no matter what happens, this was for a reason. Okay, I'm hearing that there could be children or etc. involved with this as well. And whoever you had your children with, you together created a soul that could not be here unless you two were together. I wouldn't be surprised if after one of your children was born, you felt some disconnect from your partner. You're not making that up. There was a part of your child within them that once they were born, that energy wasn't there anymore. It was literally in a different body. It was transferred, because our souls are transferred. It's a literal scientific fact that souls are energy, and energy can only be transferred. It can't be created nor destroyed. It can only be transmuted. So what I am seeing is the love that you were in. There's a lot more you have to unpack together, but it also shows that you both feel imprisoned in a way with each other. If you haven't done form of relationship counseling, I would recommend it. If you have, you guys do have some serious conversations to have. But anything above that, if you would like for me to go dive deeper into it, that would definitely need to be a personal reading. And you can reach out to me and schedule one if you like to do so. Alrighty, so that was it for the guaranteed readings for tonight's live stream. Let me go ahead and list anybody that's put themselves on the super chatter list since then. You'll be the first answered on my next live stream. All right, number 1, that is her_4254. You will be the first on my next live stream. Remember, these are recorded as well. So even if you can't join my next live stream, simply whenever it happens right after, I think it takes like 15 minutes or something like that, but then it uploads itself automatically. You can always just check to see when my next live was, and your answer will always be right in the beginning. Alrighty, and then we had Basil Renaro. Sorry if I said that wrong. You became a member, or you sent a gift membership. Thank you for that. You'll get a law of attraction pull for gifting somebody a membership. Alrighty, cool. Alright, so that's it. I see for people who add themselves to the list. I am right now planning on doing a live tomorrow. Not sure exactly what time, but make sure you're following me and you have your notification. Make sure you're subscribed to me and have your notifications on for when I go live again tomorrow. If you're interested in receiving a personal reading with yours truly, if you go to the link in my, if you go to my bio in my YouTube channel, you'll see my personal website link there. But you'll also see the link to the Utah trip. You'll also see a link to my Twitch, etc. All of my stuff, my other platforms, go ahead and check them out. I do a lot of different things on every single platform. And yeah, that's what I got for y'all today. Thank you for being here. I'm honored to be part of your channeler of I'm honored to be a channeler in your collectives, and I'll see you next time. Have a great rest of your night, morning, evening. Let's get it.